Hello and good afternoon. We are at the IAA Voice of Change and we have with us S.K. Swamy, Executive Group Chairman of the R.K. Swamy Limited Company. Hello sir, it's good to have you with us.
My pleasure.
So what do you think about the IAA Voice of Change?
I think it's a great initiative.
Okay.
The idea germinated 11 years ago. We had a first full day seminar with NGOs and people from the entertainment industry, advertising industry, basically talking about violence on women as a theme, wow. And where we exchanged thoughts on gender sensitization and how we should actually be conducting ourselves in the media and entertainment world to start with, and to communication industry. I think the seeds that were sown then have been kept it nurtured well over the years, doing some activity or other. But 2 years ago, we took the big plunge to call this branded IAA Voice of Change as an ongoing project, for which we used Gina Davis Institute research work as a platform, and based on that we did lots of other work to get people to start realizing how critical it is to each one of us being the voice of change in gender equality, gender discrimination, all that we avoided, and how women should be portrayed in not just commercials, but also in films. So that's why we call it 30 seconds to 3 hours.
Right.
So we still have a long way to go. We've had 3 editions of
Voice of Change.
This is the 3rd edition. First edition was 2 years ago, as I said. Second edition was last year. This is the 3rd edition this year. But we've had 2 IAA Voice of Change summits, one in Hyderabad and one in Chennai. Chennai was hosted by Madras Management Association. Hyderabad was hosted by Sakshi, the newspaper media group.
Yes.
So so we had these 2 occasions. We've had lots of road shows, as we call it, in various agencies like FCB, Havas, R.K. Swamy, Scarecrow, Sachi, and few others. So this initiative, we think, is important for us to take it to every agency, every media house, every entertainment channel, so they start looking at things and break the bias. Bias has broken one person at a time, not in a group. So that's why we want to go into various institutions and do this better.
Of course, and Republic Digital is glad to be associated with IAA Voice of Change.
Thank you.
And tell me something, when you say Voice of Change, personally to you, what does that phrase mean?
I think we have to be the voice that encourages people to change their view on gender biases. So it's very easy to be biased, have a biased look. There's a very small example. When there's a woman driver before, when she's reversing, they'll be saying, there must be a lady driving the car.
Right.
Okay.
That's a bias coming in right away.
That bias right there. So it's not, any fool can drive the car with extra care, whatever, and is reversing the car. But when it comes to, you see a lady, a lady driving the car. That's a
stereotype.
It's a serious stereotyping, and the bias is so evident, the way you portray that. Whereas today, space shuttles are run by women. If you look at many airlines, they have very many women pilots. So what, driving a silly car is that complex?
Right.
So that's something. I'm just giving an example on
it makes sense.
How we have to break the bias. So there's bias everywhere.
So the theme for today's event is let's break the bias together.
Correct. Together.
Right, together.
Together.
So tell me something, how is the event today going to help break the bias?
The more we talk about it, more we internalize the issues, and more we will actually be sensitive to what we need to break.
Right.
It's important to, there's no point in talking in a closed room. So if you talk about this to 200 people in the room, they will probably carry the message to 200 more people,
Give it more amplification.
amplification, and people like you will amplify it to your own media channels that's available. And I think we need to carry this message. That is very, very important for us. India actually is now viewed upon as more, what's to say, more loud voice that's coming from all these changes.
Right. And so tell me one more thing. What drives your passion to break this bias in your respective field?
No, as a matter of fact, in our communication, we try and certainly not put the women in a typical household spot where she's a provider, where she's a cook, where she is, doing household work. We try and avoid that as much as we can. As matter of fact, we did a commercial for Orient Cement, one of our clients, where we said that more often than not, the house door will carry the man's name.
Right.
And the communication is about how it is so wrong to not have
The woman's name over there.
because she is the owner of the house technically. She's the boss. Even if she is a homemaker, okay, she requires that extra respect, and her name must be put there.